Sunday. Your time and a lot of time. So get back, real estate notes, what are they? Um, a real estate note is when somebody who owns a house allows you rent and take that rent, and after a certain number of months, years, we'll give you the deed to the house. We'll give you the house. So 5 or 10 years from now, payments, rent, let's call it rent. What rent is. So rent for a number of years, and then says, you know what? Here's a house. So I'm paying rent for all these years. I'm just going to give you this house. So, but the owner of the house, I don't want you to be in my house. I don't want the house. I want 100. So what I do and what you can do is get between the owner of the house, buyer, the owner, the buyer, and the seller. The seller is the owner, right? The owner is the seller. He sells the house. What you do is you take a nickel out of every dollar of the house. We call that 5%. So the house sells for 100. The seller wants 100. He'll give. I'll take 5,000 out of 100 grand and give 95. 95,000 goes to the. He'll get 9,500. It's a sales tax. Let's call it. Okay. So instead of the owning rent, he just gets rid of the house. Well, that's a note that he gets rid of. The house is a note. Doesn't require a real estate license. So you're selling houses without a real estate license. Excuse me, you don't believe this? You don't know what a real estate note is, and you don't believe you can sell houses without a real. So first of all, you don't know what a real estate note is. You don't have to, and you don't have a real estate license. You don't have to have a real estate license. Remember, I'm trying to make this as easy as possible. So you and I don't know people that are buying these houses and notes and stuff. Well, here's an organization. They're called Charter Financial. They're in Houston. And so I'm going to write Financial Houston. You just Google this. Google this in the Google box. Or do this. www. Brokering notes.com. Okay. Got it? Okay, this is where you look for this guy. His name is Leland. Von, and I think, but I'm pretty sure his last name is difficult as mine is, but that's his name. And he'll explain this on the phone. No, I don't have his phone number handy. So the things I'm on this show, that was all in the chat. In this show, I'm going to show you simple, easy, high profit businesses. Did I forget? These are very, very low cost opportunities. You don't have to empty your 401k to start this business. You can do $100, and you can make $100,000 from that. He has a deal, a book that explains this. It's included. He has leads of people who are trying to get rid of their notes. That's included. He will talk with you on the phone and explain this. That's included. So less parts, easier. You don't have to mortgage your house to start this business, and you don't have to dip 401k. It's not a franchise. There's no franchise. There's really very, very little sense. There's no overhead here. It doesn't cost. There's a cost of doing business. If you want to reach people with notes, those leads cost a little money. But I know that you will not be surprised that, those costs are very minimal. And there's these houses send mail to these houses too. To the house, these notes. Houses are notes, right? Notes are houses. A note is a fancy way of saying a mortgage, but who cares, right? Estate note, brokering notes. Just give this a try. And that's the show. In the future, we'll have more people explaining their business and how to get involved in lucrative opportunities. So if you're limping through the factory and your back hurts and your legs hurt, and you go home and you just want the pain to go away, a way to make money out there, you're going to. The opportunities do not come to your door. But if you open and knock on my door, I will show you lucrative ways to make a living. Get off the factory floor and yourself. All I can do is do my part. So thanks. See you next week.
So much, Tim. That was host of Blue Collar Show. Our distribution partner, historian of the Disability Channel out of Toronto, Canada. Marcus Hart of Transform You Media Network of the PAC Channel. Lawrence Wingate of Wingate TV and Wingate Shows. And special thanks to Nonprofit TV with their campaign. Join us live at 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. Central for Blue Collar Crypto, again by Tim Rosian. This is Jeff with World Mobility Network, and as always, we thank you.
Recording stopped.